What's up to all those alone in the zone? Graphically, I'm your majesty, John Eli Lopez, back once again on a mission to get you one step closer to being the king or the queen of the pencil. And today, I will be showing you how to take real characters, real photos, and make them your own. If you'd like to follow along, all you would need is a pencil, colored pencils, an eraser, some paper, and a good reference photo. Okay, so let's get started. And the photo I'll be using today is a famous one. And it is of Luke Skywalker, the Jedi Master. And if you see, I first started with an action line. And I'm just structuring the position. You might have seen this photo. So you can take a photo. You definitely want to take a real photo. You don't want to take somebody else's interpretation of it. So you take the real photo and you do it in your style. And here I'm just getting down the position of the legs. And remember, you are not going for photorealism. You are going for stylized. So you want to get your proportions right, your line work right, but every single detail does not have to be exact. But those are some things you're going for to try to build your skills up. The proper proportions and the body structure. So before I move on to any kind of details, I'm just putting in the pieces, making sure I know where the folds go. I have his eyes, nose, and mouth in. That is leveled out. His hair. And now I'm just going to try to measure out the folds of his clothes. But even if you notice, I still have the body structure under that. So you want to make sure and get the structure of the body done before you start adding the clothes on top, because you don't want to, add the clothes and don't really understand what's happening underneath, what's creating those wrinkles, where the wrinkles should be at. Right? Even though you see it on the picture, you want to understand, the structure underneath. So you want to get that in there. And that's going to help build your skills up all around. So, I would even suggest before you even tackle a photo like this, you understand some form of anatomy. All right? Or you can work backwards. Some people like to work backwards, Figure out the anatomy after you get your drawing skills up, your line work. Here we go. I'm just separating the knuckles on the fingers. And now I've moved on. Once I have that structure in, I had the placement of the hands and everything. So now I'm moving on to the color pencils and I'm just going for it. So now I'm getting in the structures of the knuckles. And I'm using dark umber here. I did not go first with black because I wanted to have a transition tone between the darkest dark and somewhat of a skin tone, the shadows of a skin tone. So there's so many ways you could do this. I decided I'm just going to go straight with color pencils, no markers, and we're just going to try to blend it all together and see how that comes out. Somebody like a Luke Skywalker, there's so many photos of, Luke Skywalker. You have a variety of choices from just the head to full body. I decided to go full body because I like to challenge myself. So, but you have to make that decision. Either you want something that you could just knock out, or you want to take something that challenge your skills. It all depends what mood or vibe you're in at that particular time. But there's no right or wrong to that. And we're just getting the wrinkles in. And I'm doing something similar that I did with the dark umber there. I'm getting in a gray tone that's a transitional tone between the darkest, between that black. So I just want to make sure I get that in too. And that's a good way to do it too, because that's lends to your confidence, Because if you don't like it, you can cover it up when you do come back with the darkest tones on top of it. You cover what you don't want and enhance what you want to keep. So now we just get into different tones in his hair. It's just, it's like a dirty blonde thing going on there. So it's not just straight yellow. But I wanted that as a base tone and just get that in. And remember, you are interpreting these characters or any photo that you choose into your own style. And now I'm here with the black and shades within it. It's going to add to that dirty blonde look. And there we go. Now we are getting the darkest transitions in. And, once you start coming with the black and the darkest transitions, you are now committed. It's no turning back after that. You can try to erase, but it is nearly impossible. Alright, so just make sure you are sure about where your lines and where things are placed before you start coming with that black. And, remember using that black for the shadow areas, but you don't want it to overtake everything that you've done previously. So you're using it in a way to enhance everything you've done underneath it. Now we are just adding little details on the handle of the lightsaber, shadows on that feet in the back, on his foot in the background. Once you start adding that outline, it just start to come alive. Then definitely the shadow underneath him is just bringing everything to life. Now we are moving on to the glow of the saber. And I'm adding that some parts of his body and face because, of course, that is a lightsaber, so the light will reflect and bounce off of him also. So you want to remember that, if you're doing something with, light, that light source is going to bounce a bit, so that color will be, visible. Just keep going back and forth, making sure every area is coming up at the same time. Now, remember, you're doing a back and forth thing. You don't want to overwork one area. Just keep going back and forth. Final little touch-ups. And there you have it, folks. We are done. I hope you guys got some value from this video. If you did, use the force on that subscribe button. Hit the like. Leave a comment. Any feedback is appreciated. So until next time, John Eli Lopez signing out. Y'all be good and be safe.